Together, we are making Shrewsbury Assembly a place to believe, a place to belong, and a place to become. If you're joining us today for the service in person, we just want to take a minute to thank you for helping us make this a safe place for families to worship by following the precautions and procedures we have in place. If you need to use the restroom at any point during the service, please exit using the rear doors of the sanctuary, and we would ask that all children be accompanied by an adult. Now, let's review some upcoming events and opportunities we're making available just for you.
Hey everybody, it's Daniel from the youth leadership team. We wanted to invite all the youth to come out this Sunday night at 6 o'clock. We'll be meeting at the church for snacks, a game, and the lesson this week is part 4 of our Who is Jesus series. We're going to be talking about what it means to be a follower of Jesus. So remember, come out at 6 p.m. for youth group here at the church. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Chris Clemens, and I am in the warehouse of Life Path Christian Ministries in downtown York. This is where we bring bakery items donated by Sawbles twice a week. Shrewsbury Assembly has been serving here for 15 years. Life Path is a faith-based ministry that provides shelter for men in need, along with serving daily meals to the local community. In light of COVID, they are only serving lunch and dinner as bag lunches. Life Path has ongoing essential food needs as they serve 35 residents and many community members. As Pastor Nabil said last week's sermon, this is a need and not a want. Your kind donations of trash bags, boxed dinners, potatoes, single-served canned dinners, stuffing mix, and vegetables would be greatly appreciated. Please consider dropping off these items at church, either in the church lobby or in the office area. Whatever you can contribute will truly be a blessing to many. Thank you.
The Life Path Essentials Drive begins today and ends on September 13th. You can find the list of Life Path essential items on the card that you will receive as you leave today. Thank you in advance for your kind donations. Coming up on Saturday, August 22nd, we need your help as we continue to maintain and care for the facility that God has blessed us with here at Shrewsbury Assembly. We will be having a church workday from 8 a.m. until noon. You can sign up on the All Hands on Deck ministry survey or contact the church office. We really hope to see you there. If you have not already done so, prayerfully consider where God may be leading you to share your gifts and talents in ministry this fall here at Shrewsbury Assembly, and fill out the All Hands on Deck ministry form you received last Sunday via text or email. You can also access the survey using this link, which can be found then on our Facebook page as well. Then, on Wednesday evening, September 2nd at 6:30, plan to join us for an All Hands on Deck fall volunteer meeting, where we will discuss our plans of action for each area of ministry. We look forward to seeing what the Lord will do as we partner together in ministry. As the Lord leads you to give back to Him through your tithes and offerings that support the ministry of Shrewsbury Assembly and other missions around the world, you can do so in several ways. If you're joining us in person for the service today, you can place your gifts in the collection boxes posted by the doors as you exit. You can also mail your gifts directly to the church office, or send it through your bank's online bill pay, or check us out on PushPay, our convenient and safe online giving app. Thank you for your faithfulness and generous support of the work of the Lord here at Shrewsbury Assembly. Thank you for giving us a few minutes to share about these exciting opportunities to stay connected and get involved. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook each day to check out the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth with Pastor Nabil and Sarah, and to stay up to date on what's happening at Shrewsbury Assembly. And now, coming on behalf of the church board, please welcome Chris Warner.
Good morning. She introduced me. I didn't know she was going to do that. Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Chris Warner, and I serve as a member on the board here at Shrewsbury Assembly. And on behalf of the board, I've been asked to share some things with you this morning. So I'm going to be brief. I have 4 pages up here, but don't worry, it's only because it's 20 font because I can't see. So what we know right now is that the world looks and feels a little different. We social distance, we bathe in hand sanitizer, and we talk mask style and breathability. The other day, Faith and I were watching something on television, and she said it's so weird to watch a movie where people aren't wearing masks in a restaurant. And it just kind of resonated with me. And church feels different too. We realize that. Collectively, we understand the need to forgo our cafe and greeting time, and we know that we need to avoid taped off pews, but it just feels a little different, doesn't it? But what we also know is that despite all of those changes, our God and his message of salvation has not changed. He remains in control, and because of that, we know that our mission as a church has not changed. Perhaps now more than ever, people are searching for the hope and peace that only Jesus can offer. I love what Pastor Nabil said last week when he said, we cannot hit the pause button on our ministry. We need to provide an environment where people can discover who God is. And so the why we do things has not changed, but the how we do things needs to change. So with that said, if we can think back pre-COVID, we have had some fantastic ministries here at Shrewsbury. We've had our kids programs, our Royal Rangers and our girls ministries, our youth ministry, our Young at Heart ministry, our women's ministry, men's ministries. We could go on and on. But again, times are a little different right now. And so we began having conversations about how to move forward. And in our discussions, we came to a few conclusions. Number one, we've always been a church that is striving to reach people for Jesus, and we have an amazing congregation that so willingly devotes their time and efforts to making it possible to disciple and impact the lost. Number two, we realize that now is a time to look at each of our ministries and figure out ways that we can continue to be effective in reaching people despite COVID. And even when COVID subsides, things aren't going to return to exactly the way they were before. Our methods of ministry will be different, and hopefully they'll be better. And lastly, we realize that there is a significant need in our church to connect our ministries, so that, as Pastor DeVille again mentioned last week, each ministry is not its own silo just trying to survive. So with all those things in mind, we saw a need for additional staffing. We knew that we needed someone to oversee our ministries. And hence, we have created a part-time pastor of ministries position here at Shrewsbury Assembly. And today, we are excited to announce that on September 1st, Pastor Sarah Hergy-Walji will be joining the Shrewsbury Assembly staff to fulfill that role. Not only is she an ordained pastor with the Assemblies of God, but Sarah has experience in leading ministries. Through our interview process, I can assure you that she is motivated and ready to hit the ground running. Not only will she be working with our kids program, but she'll be overseeing the various ministries of the church. She'll be meeting with leaders and making connections to ensure that each ministry is connected and equipped with the necessary resources to move our church forward in its mission to reach people for Jesus. On a personal note, I'm elated about this. For those of you who were able to hear her message a few Sundays ago, I'm sure that you sensed her passion for spreading the gospel. If you have not had a chance to personally meet and talk with Sarah, you're missing out. You can't have a conversation with her without sensing her commitment to Jesus and the burden on her heart to do his work. She is a lady on fire for God, and God has placed her here. We are blessed. So church, we're at a pivotal moment in time where we can allow God to show us new ways to better reach and serve his people. And we as a board are confident that Pastor Sarah is just what we need to do that. And so if you will, she is going to come up, but if you will help me in giving her a Shrewsbury Assembly welcome, she's going to come up and share a few words with you this morning.
Don't tell anyone. Oh, wait, that was online. Oh, no, we hugged. Hello, church. It's good to see all of you. I just am so appreciative of the board. Super humbled that they would consider me and that they sought me out and asked me about this position. We are in crucial times as a church, as a nation, as a world, and this is a time where the church can stand up and stand out. And I'm just thrilled to be a part of the team here at Shrewsbury and to see what God not only is doing, but what he's going to do in the future. A little bit about my background is in previous ministry experiences that I've had, I'm just naturally a strategic thinker. When I see a situation, I'm looking at the inner workings and how to make things run effectively and efficiently. And yet my heart for people says, let's bring as many people along the way as possible to get involved in using what God has already put inside of them. Because when I see this room full of people, I see talents and abilities and giftings and passions that have somewhat been tapped into, but there's a lot of us that maybe are sitting back and kind of waiting to be sought out. Well, now's your time. This is a time where, like Pastor Nabil said last week, all hands on deck. I don't look at this as a situation where, oh no, what are we going to do? Oh no, how can we can start thinking of ministry in a new, fresh way. And we can reach people that pre-COVID maybe never would have walked through our doors, but are now searching and looking and seeking. And we have the answer, right? We know where our hope comes from. We know where our security comes from. It doesn't come from our bank account or our job or our education system. Those are all blessings that God has provided in this nation that we live in. But his peace, his comfort, his salvation, his love, his acceptance, his forgiveness, those things have never wavered during this epidemic, has it? And we know that. And so during this time, I'm excited for us to, like Pastor Nabil said, not only push play, but to hit the ground running. And so already behind the scenes, I've been working a little bit in the last week or so that I've known that this was going to happen. But on September 2nd, as we talked about just a couple days ago on last Sunday, we're having a meeting here at the church that I hope that you've already signed up for. But if not, you still can, right? We still can get on that. But really what that meeting is going to be about is rolling out some new ideas, some new ministry opportunities. There's new ministries that we want to start here. A young adults ministry, different ways to reach adults, different ways to minister to our kids, different ways to reach people that are just attending online. There's so many opportunities, and so I'm excited to be a part of helping that come into place and helping Shrewsbury to move forward in a powerful way. So I'm excited to be a part of the team. Thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you all more. And I hope to see you on September 2nd as we kind of share the plan of how we're going to do that. And with that, we're going to transition to watch the screens. We're going to go into honoring our grads today.